Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. Well, AMD this morning had a presentation at GDC 2017, and they released a lot of new information about the Vega architecture. Now, I was going to break down the whole presentation for you guys, and I decided, you know what, I think it'd be better if I condensed the actual presentation down into about maybe 15 to 20 minutes and put it in a video format. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to talk a little bit perhaps after the video, and just let you guys know my thoughts on what I saw. But for the most part, I want you guys to see the presentations for yourself, because they go into a lot of details, and it's a lot of things that I can't personally just put into words in such a short form. It'd just be better for you guys to actually watch the video. Now, they go into a lot of talk about VR. VR seemed to be a main theme here, and that the Vega architecture is going to push VR forward, and that they want to get into everybody's house. You know, I got the impression that Vega is going to be quite cheap. But like I said, after the video, I'll come in with my thoughts. You know, they also talk about the RX 480. They were able to crossfire it fully now with some new software, and talks of low-level APIs, you know, new Unreal Engine, and they showed some of these games. Now, like I said, VR seemed to be a main theme here, and you know, they said that they have a lot more memory bandwidth, and they can use a lot more of it to develop these games. And they said before they were using maybe 25%, and now, you know, they can use up to 100%. And because of this, they're able to create a much more real environment. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking and let you guys watch these videos here. And like I said, at the end, I'll come in and I will give my opinion on it. Now, like I said before, I will leave a link down below that you can actually watch the entire presentation for yourself. So without further ado, here's the video.
We built this architecture from ground up to disrupt three important markets for us: gaming, professional graphics, and machine intelligence. And beyond raw performance, Vega has many features for game developers and gamers. We are taking a very different approach to launching Vega than you have seen before with any kind of PC graphics, new graphics architectures. We are taking a very platform approach, much like our friends do with game consoles. So today, you'll get a good taste of work we are doing with the content developers to help unleash the Vega platform. So you'll see all the content we are lining up and all the work we are lining up. And if you stay till the end, okay, and particularly the fans online that are watching the live stream, I promise you, you will get a nice spicy taste of Vega, the product, as well. But you got to stay till the end. Now, let's look at the Vega architecture. Just a quick reminder, what have we disclosed so far, right? A new memory architecture called high bandwidth cache, you know, designed to abolish data size constraints. Second, we said we have a new compute unit with improved IPC support and new data types that are double the 32-bit rate. A new programmable geometry pipeline that will unleash developer creativity in dealing with high-density polyscenes in games. And you'll see some examples of that throughout today. And an advanced pixel engine for very efficient rendering architecture. Now, you'll see a common theme today in everything you hear about Vega. The common theme is democratization of 4K Ultra and above content. You'll see and hear about how each feature of Vega will help bring 4K Ultra gaming and next-gen VR experience to the largest possible user group. It's just not kind of, you know, enough for us to just solve this big problem, but how do we get it to the largest possible user group? Essentially, each one of the features you'll see is designed to make super high-quality rendering very affordable. Now, we've been working on several pieces of content that will take advantage of the Vega architecture. And this one is very much near and dear to me, and we have started this engagement almost 18 months ago. This is a piece of content we have collaborated with famous director from India, Director S.S. Rajamouli, the producer Shobhu from Arca Media, and also John Griffith from Concept, who is an amazing real-time content developer. He is one of the pioneers of previs in Hollywood. So the whole process that we went through created kind of multi-terabyte data sets and all that John and team had to optimize to load into
Work in progress.
real-time engine. It is running on Ryzen and Vega, and this version showcases the full entire world of Bahubali. Like I said, it's a pretty cool picture, and it's coming up. The second part of the movie is set to release next April, end of April. It's coming all over India and all over US as well. So with that, Omar, thank you for the demo. Let's go to the next demo of Vega. Talk about. By the way, all of these features come together in the demo. Is high bandwidth cache controller. We talked about this at the Vega Architecture Day. Let me try and explain in very, very simple terms what high bandwidth cache does to gamer and game developer. Simply put, it enables you to get 100% utilization of what you paid for in terms of the memory. What you pay for your fast graphics memory is substantial portion of the GPU cost, by the way, that you pay. Without high bandwidth cache today, we see games that only really take advantage of to 50%, sometimes even as low as 25% of the memory that you paid for. On a good day, by the way. We have seen some top titles where this utilization, like I said, is less than 25%. So what does this mean? If I'm a game developer building new game, I can suddenly look at using more than 2x. Or in some case, 4x the footprint of what I was planning before. If I'm a gamer, what it means is that I can get much better experience while paying less than half the dollars for my fast memory. Okay? So rather than just talk about this stuff, we have this feature working on Vega today in our drivers. So let me show you how this high bandwidth cache in action on Ryzen plus Vega machine. Can we switch to the demo? So this is running Deus Ex with showing basically if you turn off high bandwidth cache controller and high bandwidth cache controller on, the system on the right has high bandwidth cache controller on. You can see how smoothly it's running, and the system on the left, both are running Vega. We just turned off high bandwidth cache and run it in kind of traditional VRAM mode. And you can see up to 50% average FPS improvement, and actually more importantly, almost 2x min FPS. That's the more important kind of gameplay metric, right? Double the min FPS with the thing. And to simulate kind of the benefit of high bandwidth cache. Now this game was built to be running good on 4 gigabyte graphics memory, okay? So to simulate kind of the benefit of high bandwidth cache, we actually turned it down to the memory size down to 2 gigabyte to show you the benefits. Like with 2 gigabyte, you're getting actually as good a performance as 4 gigabyte, if not better performance than 4 gigabyte. So that's high bandwidth cache in action running on Vega. And we have several game developers excited about leveraging this stuff, okay? Next. So the next feature we talked about Vega. This is the feature part of our new compute unit. It's called Rapid PacMan. Put simply, this feature was possible because our NCU is so flexible and can handle multiple different data types. This technology was first introduced in its first form in game console leveraging GCN architecture. So there are actually many games that are already looking at this technology for the last year or so. In PC space, this so far has remained exclusive benefits for high-end compute GPUs for machine intelligence and such. With Vega, in keeping with the Vega philosophy I laid out in the beginning, we worked hard to bring this down to the gaming space to enable rich content at an affordable price for everybody, right? So this is kind of doubling of performance, the Rapid PacMan. So here we have our TressFX hair demo leveraging the rapid PacMan. So what you're seeing on your right is with the shaders leveraging rapid PacMan. So they're running double the speed, all the instructions that can leverage the FP16 format. And what it does is that you can have almost double the number of hair strands for the same performance. Right? That's kind of, that's one way to look at it, right? Either you can cut your current content time down by half or increase the richness and double it. And that's kind of, what this rapid PacMan does for you. And, it enables you to kind of, the developers to do something more richer and more photoreal with this performance. I mean, I was joking about this. I'd like to call it, digital Rogaine for free when you buy a Vega in there. And there are many of us that need that launched. And all the rave reviews it was getting and, some craziness. You all know about it. I don't have to say how kind of cool this title is. So I couldn't wait to try it. And I did. There are some kind of, funny videos of me playing Sniper Elite 4 that will show up when the Ryzen, Tech Day material goes out on March 2nd. But to talk about this, let me invite Chris Kingsley, co-founder and CTO of Rebellion, onto stage. Chris? Chris, welcome. The first topic I wanted to hit on is multi-GPU. So when we launched the Radeon RX 480, I said on stage how excited I was the possibilities of two 480s beating some enthusiast class GPUs. And I did say at that point that it does take software investments in there to make it happen. And we were putting that investments in DX12 and in Vulkan and all the new APIs. And when content takes advantage of multi-GPU, magic happens, right? So I want to ask Chris some questions on that, or let him comment on that. But first, let's have actually the side-by-side running, and then we start talking on the multi-GPU. Can we switch to Sniper Elite 4? OK, so here we have single GPU on the left and multi-GPU on the right. And by the way, this is running 4K, full quality, ultra quality on the right, delivering well over 60 hertz. And in fact, if you look at a combination of Ryzen and dual 480, to get 4K ultra before Ryzen plus dual 480, you have to shell out $1,800 just for CPU and the GPU. So this is $1,000 in your pocket, with the work done in software, right? So, Chris, tell us about your multi-GPU experience and DX12.
Well, thanks, Raja. We took a conscious decision to get to the metal as much as we can when we do our games. I mean, it's in our DNA, really. We've been doing development for 24 years now. We've done a lot of consoles and other stuff like that, but it's great now to be able to actually get to the metal on PC. So we worked really, really hard. I won't say it's been the easiest job in the world, but we've managed to launch for Sniper Elite 4. We launched with full DirectX 12 support, with explicit support for multi-GPU that scales perfectly. That's 100%. And we were really, really pleased with that. We weren't sure we could get there, but we did. So we're really excited to be able to do that.
For some of the enthusiasts in the room, I mean, this is like, we've been in the multi-GPU path for a long, long time. Chris, the other aspect of our collaboration was, in this stage last year, we launched Radeon Pro Duo for developers to make development of multi-GPU easy. And you are one of the, the first developers to take advantage of it. So tell us a little bit about how Radeon Pro Duo helped.
Well, it was great. It was just getting hold of the hardware because, there's a lot of hype when new hardware comes out. Look, you can do all these things. But actually, this is probably, I'd say, some of the first hardware that has genuinely lived up to the hype. We said, look, we're going to try and double the frame rate with the extra hardware, and we have done it. So we're really, really pleased about that. We've learnt we started, we were probably one of the first companies to do mantle support. And that was really useful for us because we got to learn how to architect our engine. And we had to do quite a lot of re-architecture for DirectX 12. And that was really important for us. That was a very important learning lesson. And then actually looking towards the future, well, we're looking at Vulkan. That looks great too. I'm really excited about the opportunities that can hold.
So we can expect Sniper Elite 4 in other platforms too, huh?
I'm not promising anything just yet. The guys back home will probably shoot me if I say anything
Chris, and we have a very, very fast encoder in Vega that can handle multiple high-resolution streams. That's good. But we have also virtualized it so that the quality of service that we had, guarantees we had for graphics, are available for the multimedia and streaming as well. So we wanted to make Vega accessible to millions. So it wasn't enough that we did have this technology features. We had to collaborate with a partner to bring Vega to millions on day one. So to do that, we have partnered with an amazing company called Liquid Sky. So let me introduce Ian McLaughlin, the CEO, onto the stage. Ian, welcome on board. Actually, So before we kind of start talking about what Liquid Sky is and what they'll bring to the world with Vega, Ian will actually start playing the game straight.
It's the easiest demo ever. I just get to play games, right? That sounds great.
So Ian has a Surface.
Yep, this is a Surface tab.
It's a Surface book, I think, right?
Yep.
And he is actually playing Battlefield 1 on a Surface from streaming right from his cloud gaming server. So can we show what we are going on? So Ian, while you're playing, can you tell us a little bit about Liquid Sky?
It's going to be a test. I got to try to survive. This is the scene where you have to survive as long as you can. But Liquid Sky, what we do is essentially we take the entire Vega gaming experience, the entire experience of a high-performance gaming PC, and we stream it over the internet. So if you have something like a low-end tablet, or if you have a Mac device that can't run a game like Battlefield, which I purchased myself for this demo, or if you don't have the money to go out and buy one of these machines, you can just open our app on any device. Well, actually, right now it's Mac, it's PC, it's Android, and we have a Linux client as well. And as of the 14th, we're even going to be able to use this entire experience by just engaging with some advertisers. So we are officially the company who's bringing the world's first free gaming PC, as we like to say. So by engaging with some advertisers, you can literally access the power of Vega, and we're bringing that performance to our users very shortly. So this is something that we've worked pretty hard on recently. And
so why are you excited about, Ian, tell our users why you're excited about Vega, and what are we going to see when you have Vega installed in your data center?
Yeah, so it's hard to tell with this demo right now because we actually are on a 4K monitor and I'm streaming this at 1080p, but 4K alone is a huge deal to our users. And our users ask us, kind of every few months for something new. They asked us for more performance, and performance is something that's very crucial to our business. We need to give people enough performance to compete with something like a game console or something like an actual high-end PC. So, Vega is an obvious choice, right? They have all these new features, and once again, I don't want to make sure I don't say any features that haven't been announced yet. But the high-performance cache controller is something that we really need desperately right now. Our users, and we have signed up today about 1.4 million of those users, they experience occasional stuttering because we fit so many users on a single server. And by doing that, by fitting so many users on this single server, we're able to get the cost so low that we can actually deliver that experience for advertisements. So
Ian, how many users do you have right now?
Yeah, so it's 1.4, probably 1.5. Hopefully a bit more after this demo, but a lot of
million users.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 1.5 million users.
There's a lot of people
in there that we could bring Vega to on day one.
Yeah, right? So that's another good point as well. Vega, the limitations in the workstation, the server, but with Liquid Sky, we plan on enabling just our app on mobile devices. This is an Xbox controller with a $2 clip on Amazon. And with that clip, I can open the Liquid Sky app, I can open applications, any game will work that's made for PC. So things like Battlefield 1, any game, essentially. And that'll be powered on the back end by Vega.
Ian, thank you. I'm sure a lot of our present
X-Man. He worked on Stargate. We're really so fortunate to have him. So I'd like to welcome on stage Frank Vitz. Please give him a very warm welcome to this event here, and give him a super warm welcome for joining the AMD team. Frank, come on up.
All right. Thanks, Roy.
All right. So you're going to be here, and you're going to talk about Unreal Engine.
That's
so
right.
I'm going to give you that.
Oh.
And you can do the next couple of slides and
All right.
talk about...
All right. Well, Roy did a good job of laying out the problem of immersion. First of all, I just want to say one thing about the new team I've got here. That's really exciting to be at AMD, the company whose technology has been powering immersion all along and making possible the stuff that I've been doing in my career to date. And when we're trying to make VR immersive experiences, the designers always face the boogeyman, that the challenges of frame rate and 90 frames per second, two eyes.
Scissors,
it's
right?
incredible, yeah.
Yep.
So you have to make trade-offs. So the problem is that even with the hardware we have today, sometimes you have to make some compromises. So the challenge is to make it possible for developers to make the most immersive content that they can. So what the guys at Epic have done is they have developed this new forward rendering path which makes it possible to create content that's optimized for VR. And my guys have worked with them to get the forward rendering working really well on AMD hardware. So what it is about forward rendering that makes it so good? The main thing is that overhead involved with the standard deferred rendering, we avoid that, and we get access to a new type of, MSAA anti-aliasing makes things look much better in VR because it avoids the screen door effect and gives you the added
much more
resolution.
beautiful VR
Yeah,
and faster frame rates.
And the amazing thing is we get
Those guys at
improved
Epic are great,
performance. What's that?
Those guys at Epic, they're just great.
Yeah, that's right. And you get better performance, it looks better, and it runs faster. We're seeing an amazing uplift. So,
Are you going to show us that?
yes, I am. This is Robo Recall, produced by Epic, and we're proud to have helped them get it working really well on AMD hardware.
Say hello to the latest member of the
This is a bit of
RoboReady
a trailer
family.
from it, and then we're going to show it
Presenting the TAL Series 9. Every bolt,
side by side.
every component has been
If you've had a
meticulously
chance to play the
designed.
demo, you'll know that it's
So
really
you can't really do this at home. We can't see you. But for the audience, how many people have tried Robo Recall? Can you put your hand up? All right. So for many people, this is brand new. So this is the game.
Easily replaceable parts.
And so we'll take a look at this
And is built for
game
impact-resistant
running
materials.
live on our machines here in deferred rendering on one side and
Trouble-free service is
deferred forward
That's a little
rendering
bit
on the
about the
other.
game itself. And so, Omar, can we now run the actual demo and show the deferred versus forward?
So, on the left there, you can see the deferred renderer, and on the right, the forward. We're seeing about a 20 to 30% uplift in frame rate, and you can't see it here, of course, on the flat screen, but in VR, the sharpness is much more.
So 30% faster.
Yes, and it
30%
looks
faster.
better.
That's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Running on Radeon, 30% faster.
You got it. And this is just the tip of the kinds of things we're going to be doing going forward. We're seeing all the cool stuff that's coming down the pipe.
I can't wait to see what you come up with next, Frank. We're so pleased to have you on the team. Thank you for coming on stage. Let me ask you about that passion, because the thing that we share is we're both so passionate. Why are you personally still so passionate about VR?
I'm a computer geek from a long time back, right? And for the last couple of years, I was talking to Stephen Bell, you're one of your dev relations leaders here. He's like, I could look in your eyes 2 years ago and I could see you didn't care anymore. And that may be a little bit strong to say I didn't care, but like I said, the first time I put the goggles on, I'm like, I knew this was going to change the world. There's no doubt about it. It's not just a game thing. This is going to change the world. But the game developers that are here in San Francisco this weekend are the people that are going to start this revolution. And that is just simply the truth, and you can take that to the bank.
Now, you've also been testing Ryzen. You want to share a little bit about your thoughts on Ryzen? I know that people at home and in the audience are going to be curious.
So I've never been critical of AMD CPUs. And, but, okay, maybe once or twice. But so I've had a Ryzen system for the last couple of weeks, and I've had a lot of experience with it. And I will speak to say that Ryzen definitely has chops in VR and being able to accelerate an excellent VR experience. And one of the things we were surprised to find, let's see if I can say this right, was that there is actually a lot of engines already out there that are very well capable of taking advantage of 8 cores, 16 threads. So that's already there. That's already there moving through the system. And I believe Nitrous is one of the ones, well, obviously shown earlier. So it's kind of a big deal.
That's great, thank you. And so before I let you go off stage, I know that you're very widely respected in the community, and a lot of people listen to you. Do you have a prediction or two for us for VR?
I have to stay with the change the world kind of prediction, and that's so I can make that. Nobody can call BS on that later. That's pretty easy. I think 2017 is going to be the year that a lot of the doubt and a lot of the people that say it's a gimmick, the people that say that it's a fad. VR is not a gimmick. VR is not a fad. And 2017 is going to be the year that all that realization comes home for everybody that thought it was, because it is not going anywhere.
I agree with you. Carl, thank you so much. Thank you.
But we have thought a lot about Vega and what do we want to call it. It's an entry into market segments we haven't really been before, and we wanted Vega to stand for enthusiast gamer. And by the way, we were totally amazed by how much traction the word Vega gained, both with our customers and also with our fans. Okay, so with that, gentlemen, the spicy taste that I'm going to announce here, we are going to do the first release of what our Vega gaming GPU is going to be called. This is the brand reveal of the Vega gaming GPU. So I will stay quiet now and let the brand video play.
So there you have it. The next AMD GPU will be called the RX Vega. Now, a lot of people thought it was going to be called the RX 590 or the RX 580. No, it's going to be simply called the RX Vega. Perhaps the Xbox Scorpio will be called the Xbox Vega as well. Now, lots of information came out today. Definitely the Vega architecture is a vast improvement over the Polaris line. They're able to achieve a lot more memory bandwidth with it and able to use a lot more of it. They apparently we're only using 25% in most games before, and now they'll be able to use up to 100%. Now I am so excited for the Vega GPUs to come out, and of course we know that the Xbox is going to be releasing a new system this year that will be carrying this architecture. Now from this release today, we can see that it's definitely targeting 4K resolution. That is a minimum, and they highlighted that throughout this conference that they want to bring 4K resolution to the masses. So we know that Vega is going to be a 4K monster. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think, so please leave your comments down below. I ask you guys to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and if you found this video helpful, useful, entertaining, hit the like button as it helps me out tremendously. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.